Over the years, Facebook advertisers have done some nutty things to try and get more social proof on their ads. Well, Meta's just released a new feature that's going to make it much easier to get likes and comments on your Facebook ads, which will help them convert. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Okay, so to demonstrate this new feature, I'm in one of our example Facebook ad accounts. I'm in Ads Manager at the campaign level, and this new feature is actually within advertising settings. So you want to come over here, click on these three lines, all tools, and then you'll see advertising settings pop up in the menu. That'll bring you through, once you click on that, to a page that looks like this. Not all advertisers have the exact same stuff here. There are different options depending on what has and hasn't been added to your ad account. But the part that we're looking for here is this social information box that's popped up recently in some ad accounts. And you can see that Meta says control how Meta shows social information such as likes, follows, and other engagement on your ads. If you click into this, you will see that there is a very interesting checkbox here. I'll read the description here, right? So this is all about combining likes and reactions for similar ads. So we will combine the likes and reactions across multiple ads if the text and images in those ads are the same or similar. And then you want to tick this box, allow Meta to combine likes and reactions for similar ads. I would absolutely recommend that you come in here and tick this box, because we know that more social proof, more comments, more likes, more other positive reactions like laughing or hearts or things like that, that's going to help your ads convert. Because when those ads are put in front of people, particularly cold audiences, if an ad has lots of engagement on it, they're looking at it going, oh, great, okay, this is a legitimate company, they've reached a certain size, look how many other people like this product or like this company or have engaged with this ad. That gives them more confidence to take that next step and purchase or become a lead, particularly if they haven't interacted with your business before. Now, one of the things we've seen over recent years when it comes to running our Facebook and Instagram ads is that as people have tested more when it comes to ad copy, when it comes to creative, that's a good thing. I recommend testing. I recommend being able to test lots of different options to find the best performing combinations. But what that does is it means that you have more different ads running, and that your social proof, your likes, your reactions, your comments are then spread quite thinly across those different ads. And each one that's put in front of someone might only have a handful of likes on it, for example, maybe one or two comments or no comments. Whereas if you actually just combine them all together, you would have significantly more social proof that would present a better image and, like I already mentioned, helped convert. Now, one of the things we don't yet know with the way that Meta have worded this new feature is exactly which ads will have the social proof combined and which ones won't. So they've said if the text and images in those ads are the same or similar. What exactly does similar mean? We don't know yet. We'll obviously do more testing and I'll let you know. Make sure you subscribe. You'll see future videos of me talking about this and providing more information once we've had a chance to experiment more. But I know that Meta is always interested in advertisers getting better results, because if advertisers get better results, then we stick around on the platform, we spend more money, Meta achieves its objectives along with us advertisers. We're very much aligned interests on that. So I think Meta is going to do what it can to combine social proof, and they're going to look at ads and go, they are similar enough to combine. So I think there's a good chance that ads with the same headline will have combined social proof, even if the image of, say, the product is the same. You might need to also be sending people through to the same destination, like the same product page or something like that, in order for that to happen. There might be a number of different things that need to be checked. I'm absolutely convinced that if you're using the same creative, but you've got different headlines, different images, and they're also being sent to the same destination, that those are going to be counted as similar. So if you're testing ad copy variations, pretty sure they're going to be included. And I think a lot of creative testing that you do is also going to be included as similar, which is great because, like I said before, you can easily have a situation in an ad account where with all the variations, all the different copy variations, different creative variations, you've very quickly got, say, 20 different ads, but a lot of them are very similar and they're advertising the same thing. And if you could pull all the social proof from all those different elements into one, that presents a much better picture and is really going to help convert. So I think it's a smart move from Meta. They've added this, and you definitely want to turn it on. There's no downside to not doing so. We'll get back to the video in a second. Before we do, I just want to quickly let you know about my mentorship program. Now, with my mentorship program, me and my team mentor people daily to help them get the best possible Facebook ad results. We've actually had some amazing results recently from some of our mentees. We'll pop them up on screen right now. In fact, 82% of people that join my mentorship program see a notable improvement in their Facebook ads return on ad spend within just 30 days of joining. And that's a stat that I'm really proud of. There is a link in the video description below. You can click on that, come through to a page on our website and book in a free, no obligation call with one of my team members to find out more about it and see if it would be a really good fit for you. Hopefully we get a chance to work together. Now, whilst we're talking about this new feature that is quick and easy to use and designed to get you more social proof, I wanted to quickly touch on some strategies that Facebook advertisers have used to try and get more social proof, apart from using this feature, and whether or not you should or shouldn't use them, because I've already talked about how valuable it is to have those likes, those reactions, those comments on your ads, and that helps them convert particularly to cold audiences. Now, obviously, advertisers have realized this, and therefore they've done various things to try and get more social proof. So firstly, there's the stuff that you absolutely want to stay away from, and that's things that violate Meta's advertiser policies. So that would be anything that's very clickbaity, or engagement baity is probably the better term, that's requiring people to comment to get certain things, requiring people to take certain actions, like you need to like this post, this ad, you need to like this post, comment below, and share it with a friend. Like, Meta's not going to like that if you're running that as an ad. They know what you're doing, and that's going to get your ad account in trouble. So any sort of engagement-based stuff you do not want to do. Another tactic that's more commonly used is to run, let's say you have a piece of creative, maybe you've posted it to your Instagram profile already, for example, and then you're going to run that creative as an engagement ad using the engagement objective, thinking I'm going to get loads of social proof, and then once it's ready, I can then use that post as a conversion-based ad in a lead or a sales campaign, depending on your business. I'm not a big fan of that strategy. There's a few reasons for that. Firstly, when you run an engagement ad, you don't get as much social proof as you think you will. So engagement, depending on your ad creative type, also includes things like video views. It includes things like someone clicking on the see more button on your primary text to then read the rest of the information that you've provided. It's not just likes, reactions, comments, and actually that can end up being a relatively small percentage of the engagement that you generate. So you don't get as much social proof as you think with an engagement ad. There are other forms of engagement where Meta's going, aha, we've done our job, we've got an engagement here, let's move on. That's the first thing. The second thing is that ahead of time, you don't often know which creative, which offers, even which headlines are going to produce the best results. So when you create an ad to run as an engagement ad first, with the hope that you're then going to run that as a lead or sales-based ad later on, you could easily end up spending a bunch of money to get engagement, and then that ad just completely not work when you run it as part of your lead or your sales campaign. And effectively, you've wasted money on getting engagement on an ad that you're, after a couple of days or maybe a week, you go, oh, actually, this doesn't work, we're not going to run it. So I think a much better approach is just to start with, if you're looking for leads, you're looking for sales, start with a leads or a sales-based campaign. The ads that do well, you're going to keep running. You're probably going to scale the budget. They will naturally get social proof. They will get likes, reactions, comments. The more you spend, the more they'll get, the more successful it will become, and that ad will continue to improve over time. What that allows you to do is you could test 6 new ads, for example, and if only one of them works, you haven't then wasted money trying to generate engagement on 5 others. You can just put the budget into that one and run it, and you will generate social proof naturally. So I know it can be tempting, it can seem like a little bit of a hack, a little bit of a gaming the system, but I think the upside to running it as an engagement ad first isn't worth the potential downsides that I've just ran through there. And whether or not you have this feature yet, one thing that you can do right now and that you should do is make sure that you have really accurate data. You need to know the exact results that your Facebook and Instagram ads are producing to be able to make informed decisions and optimize properly. The best way to do that is with Hyros. Hyros is the best tracking and attribution software for Facebook and Instagram ads. It's a software that all the big players, including myself, use. I use it to track the results that I generate from my own ads. I also use it for all my organic content as well, which is really useful. So if someone comes through and books a call for our done for you services, for example, I can see exactly where they came from with a lot of accuracy, and that allows me to make decisions in my business, which is really, really helpful. And let me quickly show you how important this is. So I'm in my Hyros dashboard. I've isolated one of our meta ad campaigns and I've created a report for it so we can see the data and you can take a look at this. So this campaign spent just under £2,000, generated £15,000 in revenue. But here's the really important bit: reported versus revenue. And in this column, we can see £12,000. Now what that means is that out of the £15,000 that this campaign has actually generated, Hyros has been able to report on the full 15,000, £12,000 of which Meta was not originally able to see. So if we're just looking within our Meta ad account, not using Hyros, we would have seen that £3,000 of revenue was generated from this campaign, and that is not true at all. That is a much lower ROAS number than the actual £15,000 of revenue that was generated. For a number of years now, Meta's ad tracking capabilities have not been as accurate as they once were because all sorts of privacy regulations have come into effect, and it's only heading that way. It's only becoming more and more difficult to get accurate data and track our results as we need to be able to do. This is a relatively extreme case, and the reason why is because Meta has a 7-day maximum attribution window, and this is an ad campaign that's retargeting for one of our services that people usually take a lot longer than 7 days to make a decision on. So if someone clicks on an ad, they often won't convert within 7 days. Meta's simply not able to see that data, and that's where HiROS comes in. The important thing is that you need accurate data, and HiROS takes care of that. So if you want to get better results from your Facebook ads without actually having to touch your ads, go ahead and sign up to HiROS. There is a link in the video description. This new feature, this combine social proof feature, is only available in some ad accounts right now. So if I look through our ad accounts, we've got it in maybe 20% of our ad accounts, something along those lines. It's likely to be rolled out soon. I think it's a great little feature, very easy for advertisers to get better results and take advantage of this. Just need to click through and turn it on. For some ad accounts, it's turned on by default, so you may already have this. But I just wanted to let you know that in case you come through to advertising settings, if you don't see that social information box, then you don't have this yet. But you can check back, and you likely will relatively soon. And this new feature is one of many that Meta has released recently. They really are adding a lot of cool stuff for us advertisers to use and to get better results. So make sure you subscribe. I'll keep you up to date, keep releasing videos on new stuff as and when it comes out and as we test it, whether or not you should use it. And with that in mind, I'm just trying to recommend that next you check out this video because Meta has just released a brand new type of Facebook ad. They are called omni-channel ads. They are really cool. They are absolutely the way to go for certain types of businesses. So if you haven't already, go ahead and give this a watch.